Greetings and welcome back to Stellaris, my United Nations of Earth playthrough. So we've explored the majority of the galaxy. We're just knocking out a few final areas to get intel on them, basically. In 3 months, we will have research speed from the positronic AI. That actually is required to unlock synths, I believe, after you get droids. And I will be getting droids eventually, if for nothing else than to be able to use them to do a lot of the industrial work once I get more serviles, since all they can do is worker stuff. I also would like to get the biological updates, but I've been focusing a lot on my economy and statecraft over biology in society research. But yes, we should get mega engineering this episode. We're about 2.5 years away from it. And that would mean once we get the resources, we can start finally restoring the ruined ring world of the Cyrex. But in the meantime, I'm going to be filling out 4th Fleet and spending my influence to do some mastery of nature on a few of my worlds that have reached the limit of their districts. But we're going to proceed onward here. U.S. Noble has finally arrived in the Eartheus system. So let's survey that system, and we can't look into this nebula, so we won't be able to get to these. These will still remain, and this one as well, because it is also in the nebula. Those 4 are going to remain unsurveyed by almost anybody until we either get a fully upgraded hypersensor array or deal with the Zakplot vestige. But after we survey this, we're going to jump back out and go up and get the last bit over here in this quadrant of the galaxy. Yeah, if we basically split it like this, apart from the Hithians, this area right here is the last area in this southwestern quadrant. Yeah, then we got the Hithians, the Yivzorak, the Tilanesi Hive. This area up here is unknown. And a little bit up here with the Uberix, and of course the Molarnarch Corsairs are another stumbling block. We are getting up to where we can deal with them. All of our fleets together are close to 25. Right now we have 2 that are 7.1 and 1 that's 5.8. I believe this one's going to be another 7.1. So that would give us enough to be able to hold off any raiding fleets. Well, actually, we could probably hold off the raiding fleets now. They're only listed as 7,400. 2 of my fleets could intercept them. But in order to actually take their bases, or take them out, there's 25k in fleet strength right there between their 2 fleets. And that's not including the additional 14k or 15k in star bases. So we could start clearing them out. About the time we get 50k in fleets, we would be able to clear them out fairly easily. Right now it would be a war of attrition. We could jump in there, do some damage to them, maybe take out one of their star bases before we were wiped out. But we might get their fleets taken care of. Once I get up to where I have 50k in fleet strength, I could probably start pushing through here and start taking out the Marauders so that they are no longer an issue. I would like to get the Marauders taken out within the next 100 years so that we do not have to worry about a Great Khan. And it would also allow me to explore this area in this nebula, the Little Ghost Nebula. We got a research agreement with the Uberic company. We're not learning very much from them. I don't think it's going to affect anything I'm currently researching. No, nobody has that. Nobody has that. And of course, nobody has that. So right now we are trailblazing in
System survey concluded.
technology. Finally, a new branch office. The Uber company has placed a branch office on Nueva Sonora. Odd that you picked Nueva Sonora since it has a low trade value compared to my other worlds, but hell, I'll go with it. It only has a value of 3 because it's based on trade value. I was kind of hoping they would put one on Earth. Alright, they agreed to the gift, 5,000 energy credits, as a matter of fact. Favorable trade deal, plus 16. That may be a previous favorable trade deal, but that did push up their trades a little bit. Still not enough to get them into association status. But we can continue to give them gifts to bump that up. We currently have 2 favors with them. We need 30 more acceptance. And of course, this may not be fully updated yet. Okay, I gotta right-click it to make it go away. This may not be fully updated yet, so we will check again next month to see what their relations are. And next month is also when we get Positronic AI. Yeah, that was the favorable trade deal.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Evolving artificial intellects are opening the door to the possibility for true synthetic sapience. We have a lot of choices now. 7 new options every time. We could actually get sapient combat AI. Those are the best computers for your ships. Nobody else has that. Now these red techs are dangerous techs. What it is they add a chance for certain crises. This one can trigger not only the in-game crises having to do with the rise of the AI, it also has a mid-game AI revolution crises that it can trigger. The more people research it, the higher the chance of it happening. Zero-point reactor is the final power upgrade. And that also allows gateway construction. Tazekians have that. 2 years for that. Tachyon sensors. The Briannans have that. I think that may be the most advanced sensors. Year and a half to get even more physics research from researchers. And this one also will unlock the espionage and covert, and I do need to up my code breaking. Now, I could knock out the shields a little bit sooner, but I believe this is what I'm going for, is space-time theory. Humans, your species is a most worthwhile addition to the galactic community. As a token of our esteem, we have decided to bestow on you a generous gift of valuable minerals and resources. Oh, nice. Minerals, alloys, and energy credits. Thank you. I would have preferred a technological boost, but, I'll accept the resources.
We have detected an anomaly.
Oh, first anomaly I found in a while. Metallic sands. Scanners indicate the sandy dunes of Eartheus 4 are almost entirely composed of granulate rare metals. Perhaps some valuable resources could be extracted from them. I haven't found an anomaly in a significant amount of time. Of course, I could probably spare to run Map the Stars. It'd only knock 100 off of my unit. Let's see. That might add a month. Well, it'll probably add 2 months, but I can handle 2 months added to it. So let's run Map the Stars just for the Anomaly, Discover Chance, and Survey Speed, so that I can knock out my surveys of the few remaining systems fairly quickly. Yeah, it added 2 months. The UNS Noble crew is excited to report an unanticipated find on the surface of Earthenius 4. Not only are the plentiful sand dunes on the planet composed of rare metal granulate, the sand itself is almost entirely composed of countless broken nanites. These microscopic machines are millions of years old, their structure degraded far beyond any chance for reactivation. While we cannot determine a source of origin for these nanomachines, the society that created them must have been highly technologically advanced. Science Officer UNS Noble, that's the science ship, postulates that the nanites may have been used to terraform the surface of Earthenius 4 millions of years ago. So this gives us an L-gate insight, some engineering research, and adds some nanites to us. So let's see, do we have any stored engineering research? We do not. So this is going to reduce how long it takes us to get mega engineering by 8 months. So we will have it by 2292 at the latest, January of 2292. We should actually get it by November or December of 2291. That was a wondrous little anomaly. It's only got 3 more things to survey here. Okay, I've got enough influence. I can do a Mastery of Nature. Storm is probably the one I'm going to do it on. Okay, the build speed does not reduce how long it takes to enact edicts. It's still 1 year on this, no matter what your build speed bonuses are. I'm getting close to cap on energy credits. So let's give the Tezekians, I think. Oh, they've already got association status. It was the Alvathar Star Assembly was the one I was trying to get to where I could offer association status? Yes. Let's give them some more energy credits. We're getting close on minerals too. So here, have 10,000 energy credits. A fine gift. Favorable trade deal plus 50. Yes, that really jumped the opinion. Now we only need 7 favors. We've got 2 of them to get them into association status. I could trade for favors as well, but I think we'll just keep upping the favorable, doing the favorable trade deal over and over until we get the favors from other ways. Or I could just trade them favors for favors. Yeah, let's see. I need 5 favors from you. It would take 6 favors to get them. So let's do that. Verxactrians display psionic potential. Latent psionic powers have begun to manifest in certain individuals belonging to the Verzac species. according to leaked reports from authorities in the Verzak Citizen Coalition. This must be a fairly recent development, since we have no record of Verzaktrians ever displaying psionic abilities on file. According to the leaked reports, these powers are so far limited to a very small minority of the Verzak species as a whole. Scientists in the Verzak Citizen Coalition have offered no explanation. So they are doing the psionic ascension path. I just realized I've had this on Industrial World. That's really just saving me a small amount. Yeah, let's see. My metallurgists are using 60 something. Let's say if they're being reduced by 10%, let's say it was 70. Just 75 even. Let's just round it up, way up. Artisans are using 77. Well, there's an easy way to figure this out. I've got 10 artisans. Their upkeep, so they're using, is it 8 each? Their base is 6. So yeah, the Industrial World is knocking off 10%, which is 0.6 per artisan. The Metallurgist is also 0.6. So we've got 20 of them. So that would be 12 minerals that I am saving by running Industrial World. Let's switch to Generator World, actually. Right now we're earning 249. We gained 40, almost 40 energy credits from switching over to that. Now we are also using a little bit of strategic resources here, both crystals and gases from our upgraded buildings. And we would probably save even more, because we are currently burning, right now we're at 287 profit. If we go to Urban World, okay, we lost about 30 energy credits, but we dropped 0.2 in both of the strategic resources, which in my opinion is of more value because it extends our strategic resources even more for upgrading further buildings. And we are going to get even more reduction when we upgrade these. So yes, this has now become an urban world. We are getting plenty of energy credits. And once you start upgrading the Ascension tiers, it increases the planet designation effects and reduces the empire size from everything involving this world. Population, districts, and the fact that it's a colony, I believe. But it will upgrade how much building and district upkeep it is reducing. So the first level would be 12.5% instead of 10. And you can upgrade these. I don't know how high they go. I know they go to at least 5. But yeah, once you hit Ascension Tier 4, it doubles the effects so that it would be 20% building and district upkeep reduction. City district build speed would be 100%, and trade value would be 80% increase. So yeah, Urban World. Like I said, I usually end up turning a lot of my worlds later in the game to urban worlds. Now I will keep the mining world if I have strategic resources to mine from here. This one has no strategic resources, so I'm getting 118 in mining jobs here. If I switch this over to urban world, if I can find it, I'm losing 20 minerals, but it is reducing my strategic resources a bit more. Well, right now I don't have a tremendous mineral output, so that 20 minerals would make a difference. So we are going to keep this on Mining World for now, until I have sufficient surplus of minerals from, say, my I start getting some good mining habitats, that I can switch this over to urban world. And ones that have strategic resources, like this has a bubbling swamp. If it had more than one, really, just a single one, not really worth it. But if it had more than one, keeping it on that, because that does affect strategic, mining world does affect strategic resources. I don't really need to be running agri world anymore. 229 in food. And I do have strategic resources I'm using here. So I would lose... It didn't update. Let's tab off and back on. Okay, we lost 30 food. Now I can deal with that because I have a sufficient surplus. And I am running nutritional plenitude, which I could easily drop. But yes, I would much rather have the slight reduction in the gases and crystals that I'm spending over that. This world has dust caverns and crystal caverns. So the mining world in this is actually boosting my strategic resource output, which is giving me a significant boost to that. Yeah, 25% bonus is 0.5 extra. And that is 2 different resources that are being boosted, both the crystals and the motes. So this is one that, for example, and plus it has a lot of mining districts that would stay a mining world, despite the fact it is spending a lot of strategic resources on research labs, and some of these upgraded buildings. Yeah, that one's using some motes. I will probably end up keeping this one's using crystals. I will probably end up keeping this a mining world because of the boost to both the minerals and the strategic resources. Now it's even better if you can get at least 3 or 4 planetary features. That really helps out. Now this one I'm going to keep a mining world for a while because that's its most plentiful districts, even though it doesn't have strategic resources, because taking it off of this drops me about 20 minerals, and right now I need more minerals. And it's not really using enough upkeep to warrant going to an urban world at this point. Now, since I have a surplus of energy credits, I am going to stay on generator world until I build all the generator districts here. But once I get all the last generator district built fairly quickly, I can switch over to urban world to start building city districts and getting upgraded buildings.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Local hypercommunication. Not all research into faster-than-light communication channels produces useful results, but some outcomes may find new purpose in bringing our people together. So this is the final upgrade of the Autochthon Monument. Starbase capacity +2. I could drop the edict I'm running. Climate restoration. That one will allow me to... it'll take about 2 years. That one will allow me to terraform the final 2 planets in my area. Pop growth speed would also be nice. I could knock that out in 6 months. Yeah, I think we're going to go for climate restoration. I do have a New World specialist, I believe. Yes. Trick. He was in the Kelvin, which was assisting research at Avalon. Now that does mean I can upgrade something on Earth. Now this does not require strategic resources to upgrade this or to maintain it. Actually, these have no upkeep cost, the Autochthon Monument series. So it just takes time and minerals to build. Now it will up my consumer goods usage by about 7, but it will greatly increase my Unity. because it will add another 5% from all jobs, give me 2 more jobs working, producing Unity, and give me more Unity per Ascension perk, 1 extra per Ascension perk. That's 4 more Unity just from the building. I kind of like to have these on every world. This was before they even offered culture worker jobs. It was a building slot that offered no jobs back then, but I still liked them. Yeah, I'll get more jobs on Storm from it. I haven't built one on most of my other worlds yet. This one has some. I'm a little behind on throwing them on all my worlds so far. It would actually be useful, depending on how many building slots I end up getting here, be useful to have one here, because the entertainers do provide Unity, as do the rulers. No, the politician only provides... Yeah, he does produce Unity right there, yeah. So yeah, it would boost the rulers, the entertainers, and provide culture workers, which are also being boosted. Alright, now let's see. Offer association status. I only need 6 favors to do it, because it upped favorable trade deal by another 19 points by me having the surplus points there. So continually offering them favorable trade deals can eventually breach the penalty for them to join. That would be a way for me to get people in the Federation, provided my allies were accepting of it. Way to get people in the Federation despite my war philosophy. Fire Tribes of Kel agreed. That was all we needed to offer it. And I sent them enough
System
favors.
survey concluded.
They should agree to become associates. Alright, we finally finished the Eartheus system. So we need to experimental subspace navigation back there. It's going to take 6 months to show up. And they have agreed to be associated with our Federation, which should help improve relations all around. Scientist Ryuto Saito died at the age of 97. They were in the Kelvin. That was the statecraft scientist I had just pulled out of here. Alright, let's see what we can recruit. Anomaly research speed, longer lifespan, research in particles. Let's get the longer lifespan. Yeah, that one will last me a while. Stalk of Teal. He's a Vetericius. So now I have to reassign this to assisting research. Now I do have somebody out doing surveys, Tetrana. The one in the Noble. Let us actually replace him with the person in the Noble. Because the person in the Noble is higher level and will give more assistance. And when the Noble has reappeared, we might send him out to do some surveys to gain some levels faster. It just depends. I actually could have waited till the Noble reappeared to hire one. That means I could have seen if I could trade for a better one from my Scholarium. Ubarak has declared Yevzorak their rival. Alright, so the Pan-Galactic Recycling has passed. It offered reduce the diplomatic weight from economy. I wish they would total all of these. This says plus 40 from economy, minus 20 from economy. So you got to kind of go through here and add them all together in your damn head. Okay. There was this one, a slightly reduced consumer good upkeep from POPs. That might be 10 that I lose, if that. Cooperative Research Channels is by far the most promoted now. So hopefully it will be next. We're going to be in recess for 2 years, though. My colony ship is completed. Construction is only 60% done. I don't currently have a crew quarters. So I'm just going to go ahead and have the colony ship enter orbit of... Well, it'll only take 12 days to go there. But yeah, I'll go ahead and have them orbit the place. And that reminds me, since I said I don't have a crew quarters there, I actually built off-world deep space black sites here instead of crew quarters. Bleh. Right, another anchorage. Almac is also building a deep space black site. Damn it. I could cancel that. Borgbane doesn't need a deep space black site because there's no things in the sector, but I should have built a crew quarters instead of the Naval Logistics Office because I have a fleet sitting here. So yeah, let's build a crew quarters. Let's go back to Almac Station, cancel the deep space black site, and build a freaking crew quarter. Yelon, cancel the second anchorage, replace that deep space black site with a crew quarter. Earth, get a freaking crew quarter. Deep space black site was nice, but I'd rather have the crew quarters right now. I can get the stability back when I get up to Citadels. I think it's a higher priority for me to reinforce this fleet over upgrading these two other anchorages right now, since I have plenty of spare naval capacity. I need to get this fleet up to full strength to get more power projection, to get more influence per turn. We will have megastructure restoration in December, unless we get another further boost. How much stored research do we still have? We have enough for 12 months, I believe. Yeah, we have enough for 14 months. So I have an option here at New Coventry. I am going to need more jobs. This is going to bump it up to 5. Within the next 3 months, I'll have another grow. That'll drop it to 4. I would like at least 6 free jobs, so I want more jobs. Now, if I add an industrial district, that only adds a couple of jobs. 1 artisan, 1 metallurgist. That would be enough to get me to 6. And it would give me a spare housing, which would get me even with 6 jobs, 6 jobs, 6 housing. If I add a trade district, that would add worker jobs. Right now, all I have are specialist and higher. But this would attract actual workers. Right now, I'm not attracting things like the serviles because they have no place to work. If I added another leisure district, it would add 3 entertainer jobs, which would mean this place would not have to worry about amenities ever. I don't know. 2 leisure districts. Lots of leisure here on a refinery station. I can see a trade district, but yeah, I don't really want the clerks to attracting the worker class when so far I have no worker positions here. But I don't really want an industrial district because these artisans and metallurgists are going to be less effective than artisans and metallurgists I have elsewhere. I guess I will go with a second leisure district. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of entertainers. That is a little bit of unity that they will be adding. Because we need to be able to have 10 population on here to be able to upgrade the habitat central control from the administration. That would get me a total of, I currently have 2 population. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That will get me to 10 right there. So that I would be able to upgrade this, which will add an additional building slot. It won't increase the amount of districts. The only way to do that is for me to get a upgrade to the habitat. I have to research them first. I'm actually going to distribute luxury goods on Nozomi because it has a lot of available jobs and will have a lot of industrial jobs in the end. And I'd like to build up my Gaia world because it is going to be a bit of a breadbasket. I could actually, let's see, 3 more city districts. That would leave me 11. These 7 would leave me 4. So if I got those 4 and then did a mastery of nature, well, yeah, well, let me just put it this way. 14 would be these 7 and these 7. I'd want 3 more city districts, so I'd have to shift both industrial districts over, and a mastery of nature would give me 2 more districts. So I'd have 1 industrial and 1 more city district base, but I could fill out all the resource slots. But I think I'm going to ignore the generators. So 7 more here, then 3 over here leaves 4. So I could get up to 6 with Mastery of Nature. I could have 8 industrial districts on this planet. And still maintain the 6 mining districts. If at a later date, I don't really need the mining district so much because I have the habitats, that's 6 more industrial districts I could throw on here. But yeah, I do want the population on here because I have a lot of room for growth. So I can get a migration treaty with them. That gives me yet another empire that I can draw immigration from. So looking at the Tezekian Hive, they have almost broken 90 on their opinion, on the Fire Tribe Kale's opinion of them. The closed borders is the main drawback here. Their trust is growing. They're up to 77. It can cap out, I think, at 100. Pirac is capped out. They have a 157 opinion. They're the ones who want to invite them into the Federation. So I think if I can get their borders opened between these two, basically if their trust builds up the remaining 23 points, and that will take a while. It'll probably take about, well, it would take 2 years, I think, to gain 10 points. So, yeah, that'll probably take about 4 years. In 4 years, I believe I think when they get up a few more points, they will open their borders, and that will do a huge jump, and I should be able to get the Tezekian Hive into the Federation. Now, unfortunately, the Tezekian Hive does not have good relations with the Alvathari, who I would also like in here. They do have good relations with the League of Brian States, which I would like in here. They don't have great opinions with the League of Phemisto, but I'm starting to lose interest in them. And they don't have much opinion at all of the Hazar. Now, as far as the Hazar go, 70 and 90. And at 90, they still do not want them in here. So I've got to break 90. I think I've got to break 90, 100 possibly, to get them to say yes. The allied to rivals is the big drawback here. Their trust is not going to grow anymore. There's nothing I can really do to encourage these two. Unless these guys happen to get the exact same government, but they do. They have the exact same government. So they got the 40 from Xenophilia, the 20 from Xenophile Diplomacy, and the 10 from Bright Materialist. So that's it's the allied to rivals. If that went away, if these guys lost their defense pact, their defensive pact, then well, that's interesting. The Garanshu has a defensive pact with the Hazar Commonwealth, but they have closed borders. Yes. So if these two would happen to drop their defensive pact, I could get the Hazar into the Federation. Otherwise, it's just going to take time before the fire tribes of Kel are willing to accept the Tezekian Hive into the Federation. In the meantime, I could boost the Tezekian Hive by just offering them resources so that when it comes time, they'd be fairly easy to invite. But I don't want to start boosting them too early, because if I get them up to the point where they request an invitation, with the fire tribes of Kel being willing to refuse, that affects the cohesion of our Federation. So the problem with the Hazar Pact, is they are in a defensive pact with the Garanshu. They're in a defensive pact with the Garanshu because they feel threatened. Not by us. We're on really good terms. They don't consider us a threat. It's got to be the closeness of the Fallen Empire, the Marauders, and, well, they're getting on good terms with the Verzak, so it's probably the Prime Awareness or others that they consider a threat. But that's the reason they entered a defensive pact. If there was some way to guarantee independence while we were in a federation, we can't. Once you get in a federation, you can no longer guarantee independence of other empires, because it's not just you that goes to war, it's the entire federation. But if there was some way we could get them to drop the defensive pact by letting them know, if you drop the defensive pact, we will invite you to the Federation, then it would get rid of that modifier, and both the Kel and the Pyrrhac would love to have the Hazar as part of the Federation. So if there was some way to interfere with their relations, like, say, going into the Garanshu with espionage, and doing smear campaigns or diplomatic incidences between them and the Hazar, and drive their relations apart. But that really doesn't fit my playstyle. I kind of wish I could use favors or some other form of influence and just bribe them to drop that one relation so that we can get them in here, because I really want the Hazar Pact in the Federation with me. That was the whole reason I did shared destiny, was to get an additional envoy that I could use at the time for the Hazar and the Kel, because these are the two I consider having shared destiny with. I mean, we started out with a little bit of rough with the Hazar, but we were friendly with the fire tribes of Kel from the start. But we really worked to establish good relations with the three empires on our borders. And I really don't want to leave the Hazar Commonwealth behind. I want them as part of my Federation, especially now that they have become erudite explorers, just like everybody else in the Federation now. Yeah, they and I really want them to join. I just wish that they would drop their defensive pact with the Garanshu. Hopefully at some point it will drop, but there's not really much I can do to influence that. other than get up strong enough to completely wipe out these guys so they don't consider them a threat anymore. What are you doing? I don't even see him. He must be in transit. Yeah, I have no idea. Well, I can't really see the system. I just know where he is because of my intel with him. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to see them in here either. Ah, that's their threat. Right there. That wormhole I opened up in their system that leads straight to the Prime Awareness. The Prime Awareness is the threat. That's the one that we need to get everybody up against. Ah, and I forgot to renew it. I don't have the alloys to renew it, so it looks like we're going to do without it for 5 years, or at least a year. I wonder how much that is going to extend this. We would be getting it by December. I'll have to see how much it's affected next month by losing that 15%. Sonderthian accepted the migration treaty. It doesn't look like it affected it. Let's go to the second. Yeah, it did not affect it, losing that 15%, so we can deal with that and I guess renew that next year. I should have remembered that I needed to renew it. That's unfortunate. League of Phemisto made peace with the Commonwealth of Man. They lost a planet, their capital. They still do have a little bitty space over here. They still have 2 colonies. But I don't know how many systems they have. Do they have 2 colonies in this system? They do. So that's it. But now that they are at peace, they don't want to associate with the Pirac. And there's not much else I can do. I could propose subjugation. That would get me, that would get them in there almost immediately. But I'll just wait and see what happens. Yep, we've attracted a worker. They are serviles. So we are attracting workers, whether we have jobs for them or not. But they will eventually leave this world. Maybe we should have done a trade district. You know what? We don't need that much leisure. We will swap to doing a trade district. It'll be 5 months. He will probably go away before that thing is built. But if it's built, at least then we'll have a place for these serviles to go. All right, it's going to take a chunk of alloys to upgrade. To finish reinforcing 4th Fleet. UNS Noble has popped back out. So we can stick somebody in the pilot seat of it. Stalk of Teal for now, since all you're really going to be doing is wandering around. Let's go to there. That should give us visual on all of those areas. And then we'll probably end up surveying those 2. Tezekin Hive is no longer a rival of Commonwealth of Man. Giranshu has declared the Verzak their rival. That may drive them apart. Because if I look here, not intel, opinion, nope. They don't like the Hazar. I thought the Hussar liked them. But no, that is the threat that these two are against, basically. Now, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Fleet are all getting reduced. Why is 4th Fleet not? Because 4th Fleet is at Elon. Elon still has 6 days. Now we're 3 months away from getting another miner here. It's full up on miners, so I'm going to go ahead and transfer this miner off as soon as I find a world that needs it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and transfer them to Avalon.
Research concluded.
Space-time theory. 3 dimensions, inextricable from the 4th. So we can boost our encryption, boost our code breaking. That's the one I really wanted. And I think that's the one I'm going to knock out. 2 years. That way I can start trying to do some spying on the Prime Awareness. I have a favor with the Alvathari. And our resource storage is full for energy credits again. So alloys are currently, if I buy the biggest amount, about 10 energy credits each. So if I wanted to do a trade with someone, see, how about some alloys? $12.8 each. That's not bad. Let's say I want 500 alloys from this guy. Yeah, I could get them for about 11 energy credits apiece. 1.1105 energy credits each. Let's actually round this up just to go ahead and start getting some good trade relations. Let's give them 10,000 energy credits for 500 alloys. We get a little bit of alloys out of it. We get some decent what is the word I'm looking for? Trade acceptance. Hey, let's give them some dark matter too. I'm not using the crap. Oh, I could really get a favorable trade with you then. We'll hold off on the dark matter until we get our reputation up. Let's actually click on this. You're over here. Scroll out. There we go. Still 92. So yeah, we'll just do this one right now. Yeah, if we can get them up to about 100, I think. Let's actually see. I didn't actually look. They're at 92. They're still voting no. So I do believe I need them at 100. They agreed, of course. And we now have plus 10 from a favorable trade deal. Makes it easier to invite them to the Federation. As our relative power improves, that will also help, but I plan on giving them quite a few gifts. Now we actually have, is it 500 alloys each? Let's have a look here. Yeah, we'd need another 500 and we could knock out the first 2 of these. But I will hold off until I get this fleet fully upgraded. Mubarak Company, declared the League of Brian States the rival.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Mega Engineering. To complete construction projects of truly staggering scales, we must first achieve a fundamental understanding of both the engineering and resource storage requirements for such megastructures. Alright, that upped our energy credits, so we won't cap quite as soon. Cheapest thing on here are the alloy mega forges. Advanced afterburners is the final afterburner upgrade. Knocking that out would mean another thing removed from the list. I can't remember if Ripper autocannons. I think there's only 2 levels of autocannon. I think this would be the final autocannon upgrade. Alloy Mega Forges would only take 3 months. Let's knock that out and get a reroll. I think we need the Alloy Mega Forges to get the building slot upgrade for plasteel. Though I don't think we've actually gotten the plasteel tech yet either. Now that we have Mega Engineering, we can upgrade this, start the upgrade on one of these sections. But which one? This section of the ring world once supported a functional biosphere, but no longer. Repairs are theoretically feasible, but it would require advanced technology and a large amount of resources. 10,000 alloys. We'd need to buy 10,000 alloys. We can't quite get 10,000. We could probably get 7,500. But you know what? Our money's going to cap soon anyway. Let's get... Okay, we can only get 2,500. So it's going to take a while for us to build this up. Unless we were to waste time... I mean to... well, it's going to be 10 years before I can do it anyway. But yeah, if we could activate this, but you can only activate 1 relic at a time, that would give me 4,000. So I'm just going to have to bank my cash and buy alloys to get this one started. In the meantime, let's go ahead and finish reinforcing the fleet. So we have all 5 remaining cruisers on their way here. I guess we could get started here with the hyper relay. Where's my other ship? Let's see, after you finish that construction, and it actually is going to take a while, you're going to Procyon. You will go here. You are going to start building this hyper relay. It takes a year. And then you are going to Gossick here. So every 5 months we get 1,000. To get 10,000 would take 50 months, 4 years. That's not counting how much money I'm going to be dumping into buying alloys. The price of alloys is pretty high. I could also trade for alloys from just about everybody I can contact. I could trade something. They might be interested in dark matter for alloys or volatile motes for alloys. And I could accumulate the alloys I need and get a little bit of goodwill between them. Let's see who all has alloys they're willing to part with. I need 1,000 alloys, friend. That works. Next on the list. Let's just go through the list. The Hussar. I need some alloys, friend. I'll take 1,000. Have some dark matter. Whoa. Doesn't take much, does it? The League of Phemisto. Do you happen to have any alloys you're willing to part with? I could use 1,000. Have some dark matter, friend. That's 3 people. Sondrathan Star. I need some alloys, friend. How much dark matter I got left after all these trades? I have 1,000. I don't want to give them 1,000. Alright, the Ubaric. Why are our relations dropping? Do you have 1,000 alloys to spare? Would you care for some volatile motes? Let's see. The League of Brienne States. Apparently that's an envoy that died, because he can't be moved now. Do you have some alloys to spare? No. You do not have 1,000. That's it. See, they aren't willing to trade. They want to trade away less of the following resource. Let's try. Let's just take 900 from you. And let's offer you some volatile motes. Darbolans, do you have any alloys to spare? 78 is all you have. Okay, we'll skip you. Commonwealth of Man, do you have some alloys to spare? You only have 300. Sorry. We've already done with the Olvathari. The Pirac. Do you have some... Oh, we can't do it. We're already transferring shit. That's right. The Garanshu. That one also apparently died. Do you have some alloys to spare? Yes, you do. Would you like some motes? Apparently you would. The Tezekian Hive. Do you have some alloys to spare still? Yes, you do. Would you like some motes? Alright, so how many deals did I just do? like 10 deals, so that's going to be 10,000 alloys. That should be enough to start upgrading a ring section when all of those trades come through. League of Brian States declined. They probably spent too many of their alloys. That's fine. Ubarik agreed. The Hive agreed. The Alvathari agreed. Hazar declined. Garanshu agreed. League of Phemisto agreed. Sondrathan agreed.
Construction completed.
So we only need 2,500 more. That's not too bad. Can't afford it right now. But that should only take about 15 months, assuming we don't get I don't have any other deals out there and don't make trades with anybody else. I think all of our outgoing deals have gone through. No. Ubarik Company, did they agree? Did we already get theirs? Yeah, I think we did. And I know Hazarpak refused. They probably ended up spending their alloys on another trade or something, or their interest in what I was offering them dropped by the time the trade went through. Now let us actually check the ones that rejected the trade. I know it was Hazar was one of them. No penalties. Abuses of trust. Why do I have an abuses of trust opinion penalty to them? Is it because they turned down the deal? They actually considered it a favorable trade deal. Yeah, I don't understand where their abuses of trust penalty comes from with the Hazar. Does that mean I caught them spying on me or something? I don't recall them abusing our trust. This government is a materialistic form of oligarchy where a committee of scientists supervises the government apparatus for maximum efficiency. How did they abuse my trust? So let's see if we can get some smaller amounts. Yeah, they don't have 1,000 alloys anymore. We only need 2,500 more. So let's try the Hazar Pact. I believe the League of Brian States was one of them. Yeah, they don't have 1,000. Let's just get 500 from them. And let's see if so that was 1,000 total. Let's actually see if we can get any from these guys. Here, have some, what do we have? We still have 900 dark matter. That's probably pretty valuable. 224 dark matter for 2,000 alloys from the driven assimilators. Let's see if that works out. Now we should be getting our alloy mega forges and our climate restoration this year. And the final prosperity one. So that'll boost our stability, our resources, and give us another ascension perk. Right now, what am I thinking? Defender of the Galaxy is a pretty good one. But I'm thinking Grasp the Void for the extra star bases. Or Eternal Vigilance, even though that's not a great one. I think I qualify now for Galactic Contender. That would give me a bonus versus Fallen Empires and more diplomatic weight. One Vision would give me more monthly unity, cut down on the amenities, and improve governing ethics attraction. Voidborn improves habitat habitability, so I could put anybody on there. Get 2 additional building slots on them, and can support advanced housing buildings if we wanted to. And we automatically get habitat expansion and advanced space habitation as research options. Or master builders. That would speed up how quickly we build megastructures. I believe that includes habitats. So instead of them taking 4.5 years, they should be knocked down to under 3. Maybe master builders. That would allow us to upgrade, to repair this one faster. As much as I would like Grasp the Void to get extra star bases. They gave me the alloys. Don't know what they're going to do with dark matter. Don't care. Azar was, and the League of Brian states were okay with less alloys. Now, let's get started. Let's do this one. This section of the ring world, okay, yeah, so that's going to take 9 years. Due to the immense requirements and qualified technical personnel, we can only build or upgrade one megastructure at a time. So yeah, Master Builders is appealing to me more now. You look at that again. Yeah, I like the fact I can look at these. Yeah, megastructure build capacity +1. I like the fact I can look at these when I don't have them unlocked. I wish you could look at these. I feel that was worth it. Do I have any idle ships? You are still 6 months out from your destination. You are about to be idle. Once you get to here, I think I can see there. An extremely powerful subspace entity of some kind has been encountered in the Yanda's system. It does not appear hostile, and may not even be fully aware of conventional spacecraft, but its mere presence in Yanda's is causing massive subspace disturbances in the entire system. These disturbances are localized around the entity itself and should disappear when it leaves the system. While it does not acknowledge hails, the entity is continuously emitting a complex pattern of tachyon pulses, which appeared to be a form of language. If our translator software is correct, it is saying over and over, Velur seeks, Velur finds. Where is Velur? The Yondar system? There is Velur. 32K. So this is kind of a void cloud that wanders around and it creates this anomaly in the system that has some effects. It's kind of a nod at Star Trek the Motion Picture with V'ger. I think it's kind of a probe surrounded by a cloud looking for its maker. Alright, so let us survey that system and then survey that system.
Research concluded.
Solid holographic casts can alter their shapes at a moment's notice, speeding up alloy production. Holographic casts. Okay. Durasteel armor. That one is the one that unlocks the last building slot. Well, it unlocks the tech that unlocks the last building slot. And I believe that's what we're going for. There's one armor upgrade above that one, possibly. We'll have that in a year. We could have more defense platform hull points in 6 months. There's a follow-up to this one, I believe. It is a rare tech. Does anybody else have it? Yes. The Ubaric and the Galactic Technologist Alliance. That may be not worth knocking out. I don't think I'm going to have piracy popping up anymore, but that one's pretty quick, and it's rare. But no, I think... has anybody got orbital rings yet? The Alvatharians. I believe I want the Durasteel armor. So I can get that final building slot unlocked on all my colonies. Yes. Our monthly gain is LEET 1337. So this won't add extra jobs, but it will improve how many alloys we're getting out of the metallurgist. Ubaric Company opened a new branch office on Earth. It's about damn time. Because you can get 4 buildings here on Earth, and you're earning a lot of value. Which reminds me, what'd you ever do with that branch office on Nueva Sonora? You added a commercial forum, which gave me a merchant job. They put an engineering researcher in it. Go figure. Oh well. You're building a corporate embassy. He opened a branch office on Al Madain. That's another one that gives you quite a bit. The Hithian Confederation embraced Vanguard of the Chosen and became more militaristic. They are still hegemonic imperialist, or they just became hegemonic imperialist. They're xenophobes, militarist, and materialist. League of Phemisto has pretty large fleets. Alright, so this guy, when he surveys that, will see out to the, will head out there and see those. So it's time for this one to venture elsewhere. I can get through the Hithians right now, so that sounds like a plan. Let's move to there and try and scout out the Hithians before they close our borders, their borders. So I decided to reach my power projection. I upped how many ships are going to be in these patrols, equal to basically the trade value. I've got them all under construction now, as many as I could, since it'll be a while before I need my alloys again. I'm going to be building up my influence to do some more mastery of nature, and I can't start another megastructure for a while. Plus I could always end up trading for more alloys if I really need them.
Research concluded.
Climate restoration. By advancing our understanding of atmospheric transformation, we will be able to terraform even the most ecologically devastated worlds. Ecological adaptation allows us to terraform inhabited planets. Not really that worried about that. I don't really need to terraform. Xenomorph army. Ravenous hordes of bioengineered horrors made up of little more than teeth, claws, and an instinctive urge to kill. Cadre of scientists monitor and supervise the raging swarms as best they can from hardened bunkers behind the front. That's interesting. I don't know if that fits. Ship build speed increased, ship upkeep reduced, upgraded food processing centers. Let's finally boost our leader lifespan, perhaps. No, I want the ship upkeep and build speed. Now, do I have somebody I can stick here? You have a 10% bonus to anything. And that looks like the person I need. Although I will miss your anomaly discovery chance out there surveying. Where's I can stick him out there. He's faster at surveying. Yeah, because the Kelvin's just assisting research. So in 10 months I will get all of these techs. Now that we have climate restoration, we do have 2 worlds in our territory that can be terraformed. We have Mars. It costs energy credits to terraform. Well, that's something I'm not short on. We could put them into a desert, savanna, or arid fairly cheaply, and it'll only take 10 years. Arid, desert, or savanna. You know, we don't have a desert world, so we're going to make a desert world. And the other one should be in Alpha Centauri, at Proxima Centauri B. We can terraform this one into Alpine, Arctic, or Tundra. And you know what? I don't think we have an Arctic world. So let's make an Arctic world, so we have one of each world type in our territory. The one drawback to my limited expansion here is I'll never really be able to make a resort world anymore, because you can't make a resort world where you have an upgraded capital, and you can't downgrade the capital. Now I could speed up the terraforming process with edicts, terraforming gases, it would double the amount of time, but honestly, I'm not that worried about it. Kind of low on my gases anyway. It would only knock off about 2.5 years from it, because instead of it taking 10 years, or it improves the speed by 50%. So basically it takes 75% as long. Just about done with that habitat on Almac Prime. You know, after you finish that, we'll go ahead and put another refinery over Almac 4. And then probably build our final habitat over Akatsuki. Might end up making it just a trade habitat to boost the trade value of this area. All of our reinforcements, our first wave of reinforcements just got turned out. The Grand Shu Confederation embraced the Alien Protection Group and became more xenophilic. What did that do to their empire? They're still Federation builders. They're just fanatic, xenophile, egalitarian. They are the perfect allies for me, damn it. They match me. Why can't my friends like them? Speaking of my friends liking things, they've gotten to 97. So let's see if at 97 they would vote yes. They will. So we need, if we want to get the Tezekian Hive in here, we need 67 more points of acceptance. So we need some really favorable trade deals. Well, let's see. Have 1,000 consumer goods. That's a 19. Have 5,000 minerals. That's 36. Have 6,000 energy credits. 50 is as high as I can get it. I just want it to break 50. There we go. Here, have a whole bunch of crap. So we're currently at plus 10. That gives us minus 67. We have 7 favors. So we can knock 35 off of it. That gives us 32 to reduce it by. Now, assuming this gets us, like, say, plus 50, that would probably end up only being 5 points off. We will see. They're probably going to jump on that deal pretty damn quickly, as sweet as it is. Getting the Tezekian Hive into the Federation is potentially dangerous, because the Urzo organism is a bulwark under them. And it is a fairly large, and right now I don't think most of my allies like them. The Pirak does not. Fire Tribes of Kel really doesn't care for them. The Hazar really doesn't care for them. The Alvathari does not like them. So once they become part of the Federation, because they are a vassal, they will get brought in. Once they become part of the Federation, a lot of the people who are Federation associates may end up wanting to drop their association, which is going to make it harder to get the Hazar and the League of Brian states, and especially the Alvathari, in the Federation. But I would like to expand the Federation. Now, hopefully, they'll get over the friction and start working together and get in good with the Urzo fairly quickly. But like I said, it's dangerous, but it also makes our Federation very powerful, and people will want to join. Yes, they did like that trade deal. Now, how much did that give us? 56 points. So yes, it did not give us enough acceptance. Our opinion is only 33. We need to boost more. It's 33.6. Another 50 points. Every 50 would only be 5 knocked off of here. Now I can knock off 50 if I had 10 favors. That would mean I would need to get 13 more. So I would need to get the favorable trade deal up to about 200. Let's see if it caps out at 100. So let's offer him another trade. Have another 5,000 energy credits. Have another 5,000 minerals. You interested in food at all? I'll give you 1,500 food. And let's give you another 500 consumer goods. Or 600. That works. Now we'll see if we get an even better boost to it from that. And we're up for another election. Jagnok Sheen is approaching the end of her age, I believe. Right now she's the Forerunner. And I just realized I'm going to get Durasteel armor while I have ships in transit. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is when I'm 1 month away from completing Durasteel, switch to something else. Yeah, I want to get all of my reinforcements done. So I think I'm going to... no, I'm going to keep reinforcing until all of them are full. Almac 1 habitat is now complete and ready for colonization. And so now you should be on your way to Almac 4. Yes. So we can go to Almac 3 habitat. Colonize it with this idle ship in orbit there. We've got a New Jerusalem. Do we have a St. Pomeroy? We do not. You can be St. Pomeroy.
System survey concluded.
Hithian have ended the rivalry with the Verzak. Alright, now I'm on my way to survey that. Before you survey that, you do have a range of 2, so I think going to Aram will let you see that Class G star. So that works. Let's see. I can't go through that system unless I... Well, that thing really isn't hostile. I could pass through it without getting attacked. But yeah, I want to try and get more of the Hithian area mapped out. That isn't the way I wanted to go. Alright. Go there. No. Okay. I want you to go there by way of here. Thank you. Actually, go there. And from here, go there. These aren't nebulas, so I can pass through them. And then we're just going to sweep over here and then head north. And hopefully get the Hithians cleared out fairly quickly. And whatever is around here. There appears to be a gap in their empire right there. Zekian Hive agreed to that. We have a plus 100. I think that's the cap. So even with 10 favors, we would still need 8 more acceptance from something. We need something to boost the acceptance by 8 points. Some positive modifier we need to get. Mutual rivals. They're rivaling the Alvathari. Crap. Mutual threats. Improving our relative power by 9 points possibly. So this is something I can't pull off right now. Agreeing to one of your... If they have something on here, if we could get it pushed to the top, the administrative insight doesn't quite get it to the top. I do not understand why a hive mind would seek this. It gives them an ethics attraction toward their fanatic ethics. Hive minds do not have a fanatic ethic. They are always Gestalt. All they're doing is applying a negative monthly loyalty to subjects. This seems to me something that they would not want, because it doesn't give them any benefits and just gives a penalty if they have subjects. This just makes no sense. This one would be better for them. Not really, because they wouldn't like the empire size from systems. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get them in the empire until we get stronger. So I just gave them a bunch of resources to make them friendly for no damn reason, really. These guys are pretty much capped. The only way they're going to get in, want the Hazar in, is if the defensive pact is dropped, or they end up getting about 30 points in positive modifiers. Well, they seem to both like the League of Brian States. The Pirac don't quite like the Alvathari yet, because they have closed borders and their trust hasn't built up enough. So let us actually look at the League of Brian States. That's probably who I should have been checking on. No, they would vote no. Why would they vote no? When it has 180 opinion with this one, and 180 opinion with this one. Why are they voting no? Distance? They both love each other. Why don't you want the League of Brian States in our Federation? They are erudite explorers. We have no border friction. Distance is the only real issue here, I think. But they're connected to me through the wormhole. Why don't they want them to join? That's disappointing. They have a high opinion of each other. Is it because they are rivals with somebody? No. Yeah, I do not understand why they don't want them in. Building a better tomorrow. Yevzorak want that one. Progress cannot be limited by any obstacles that stand before us. Let us share techniques with one another to aid in harnessing and dominating the natural world. Boost alloy and minerals from jobs and planetary build speed and worker pop resource output at the expense of habitability. I don't really like this one because it's a follow-up to the others. This is basically exploitation of planets, and that's not the way I work. I'm just going to abstain from this one, though it's probably going to get freaking passed.
Colony establishment has begun.
I don't need to clear blockers on that colony, so it's just a matter of waiting for it to get done. Which will take 8 months. 9 months. Hithian declared Hazar their rival. Alright, we get our final prosperity tradition. Interstellar franchising. A focus on franchising allows even the most mundane planet to open thriving dynamic business, providing local jobs and increasing trade value. That gives us an ascension perk, of which we are going to take Master Builders. Building a megastructure requires an unprecedented amount of resources and planning. We are breaking new ground in the field of macro engineering. Oh, Detox is a new one. Enables terraforming of toxic world terraforming candidates into habitable worlds. I don't think I have any toxic world terraforming candidates. Voidborn would also be a good one. But no, I want Master Builders. Now, let's see what it has done to the speed of these. Yes, it dropped them from 9 years to 6 years. Well, 6.5. This one has 6 years, about 6 years remaining. Actually, no, that's 5 and some change. 5 years is 1,800 days. That leaves 237, which isn't a full year. That's 5 years, 8 months. But we can actually start on another one, so I need to accumulate some more alloys and get the second one underway. Alright, this guy has 1,700. He should be able to spare 1,000. Give you 2,000 energy credits. And some volatile motes. How many alloys can you spare? You've only got 1,200, so we'll take 500 from you. How many consumer goods would this take? I think I can spare 1,000. What about the Sondrathan? How many alloys can you spare? Oh my word! How many do you have? You have 6,000. I'll take 4 from you if you'll trade it. Mr. Big amount of alloys here. What do I have? Let's start with volatile motes. I can spare 1,000. That's more than enough, apparently. Here, have 800. For 4,000 alloys? Deal. League of Brian States, how many alloys do you have? You have 1,700. Just, about 5,000 and some change minerals. That's about 5 minerals per alloy. I've got it to spare. How many alloys you got, Commonwealth of Man? 175? You can keep them. How many alloys can you spare? You've got 3,000 some change. I can probably get 1,500 from you. Dark matter. How many alloys do you have? You got 1,800. And now I'm actually curious. Let's go to the primer awareness. How many alloys do you have? could probably get 8,000 from you. Alright, how much dark matter do I have left? 600? Let's give them 500 dark matter. What about monthly dark matter? No, you're not interested in monthly dark matter. Not rare crystals. Was it exotic gases? No, it's volatile motes. Let's see about 300 of them. And then... what about minerals? You're not interested in minerals. What about energy credits? You're not interested in energy credits. What about food? You're actually interested in food? I'll trade 3,000 food. Yeah, sure. I don't know how many alloys I just traded for. But I think it's going to be worth it. Because I do have other things I want to spend alloys on. I have a whole bunch of fleets I'm trying to reinforce. I got 4,000 from the Sonderthan. 1,500 from the Granshu. Another 1,000 from the League of Brienne. Another 1,000 from the Alvathari. $8,000 from the Prime Awareness. That is enough for me to go to Cybrix Alpha and start upgrading a second ring section. And I still have 5,000 alloys. Let's go to our fleets and see how many of these still need reinforcement. Nope, just from Sol Station for you. Just from Blorgsbane for you. Damn it, I messed up. There was a Blorgsbane in there I skipped over. You're at full strength. You're getting from Yelon. You're at full strength. Almac for you. Sol for you. Blorgsbane, not Yelon. Well, you know what? Screw it. Kick him out from Yelon too. Alright, so all of our ships are now in the process of being built. All of our fleets will be reinforced. And we still have 1,500 alloys. So, I do have some more star bases I want to upgrade. Let's start the upgrade on both of our starholds. Starports. Oh, you have already completed it. I didn't get a pop-up when you completed the, Yeah, I didn't get a pop-up when they completed the hyper relays. They have an energy credit upkeep. The Sahara is on its way there. So go ahead and build another hyper relay. You are already on your way to the Procyon system. So you go ahead and build... Oh, I'm 7 short. I have it now. so we have the Military Readiness Act on the floor. That boosts your naval capacity by another 20%, but up ship upkeep. The election will take place tomorrow. But first, I need to go through all of my colonies. Well, I don't really need to do too awfully much on my colonies. They all have a buttload of available jobs now, thanks to clerks. All I have to watch out for is when one is building a robot that it doesn't have room for, that I know I need to swap it off. So that's going to be pretty quick. Yeah, that's pretty much all my colonies right there. I do have some that are currently building things. It did add an extra clerk there from the trade district. It provides 3 housing and 4 jobs now. And we have our first gas refiner. I can actually swap out a rare crystal on one of these colonies when I need jobs again. One of the synthetic crystal plants like on Earth. So I do have room to replace it with the auto-curating vault if I get that. But yeah, that was pretty quick. All of my ships and star bases are upgrading. I do need to renew the agreement. We'll start doing it on 3 and 8 for the scrappers to get help with engineering. I'm curious, do you have any battleships? No. Do I just not have access to battleships until I actually get the tech? No idea. I'm going to do a quick look through here and see if any of them would be voted in. I still don't understand why they don't want the League of Brian States in. It's not a distance thing. There's a wormhole in my territory that goes straight to it. Everything's ready. Be 4 years before we get another tradition. And in April, I need to swap this out for something else till all of my fleets are reinforced. Yep, we weren't able to complete those campaign promises because it had to do with mining stations. But she was reelected. Her new mandate is build generator districts. I think I can complete that one in 10 years, if you live that long. Fire Tribes of Kel wants to vassalize the Giranshu. They will have the Hazar and the Darbalin as their... It requires a unanimous vote. No. We are not going to war with the Giranshu while they are in a defensive pact with the Hazar. Now that will hurt my relations with the Kel. Yeah, I declined their war. That's a 50-point thing. I do need to get someone in here improving relations. Let's pull the guy out of the League of Phemisto again. I need to keep working on the Kel. I need to keep them very happy with me so that they will follow my lead when I go to invite people. As a matter of fact, if I could get there... see, the reason that they would agree for the Tezekian Hive, it says that I was sponsored by the United Nations of Earth. The Pyrarch also vote yes anyway because they like them. But they say it's because they're sponsored by the United Nations of Earth. So if I can get both of these guys, maybe I should boost their reputation by about 100 points with favorable trades, so that they'll do whatever the hell I say because they like me so much, and I could get like the League of Brian States in. So that's another possibility. So yeah, next time my economy is flush again, I'm just going to start boosting the Fire Tribes of Kel. I don't think I can really do much with the Pirac. Can I trade them anything? I can trade them moats and things. I could trade them favors. I could get them to just share my Empire data, let them know intel on me. I could let them borrow fleets. Let's see. I believe 50 was the highest it went before. But let's try giving them 5 favors. And let's try giving the Fire Tribes some favors. I can only give them 3. Let's give them 3. Let's just max out our favors with them. Here, I'll give you some favors. See what that does for our trade deal. I mean, our trade relations, and see if that allows me to get the League of Brian States in here. Actually, come to think of it, part of the problem... Oh, I have to actually visit this one. Explore that system. Then explore that system. And then go this way. Okay, they liked that. What did that do for their loyalty? Plus 100. That maxed out the trade deal. Now let's see if that affected them voting for these guys. No, it did not. How can I get them to vote yes to include this empire in the Federation? They're a fairly good empire. They're stronger than both of them. I wish I knew why they were saying no. Now that should also have given them the plus 100. Yep, favorable trade deal. All you need is about 100 points. Let's see if that affected them getting the Hussar Pact in here. Hussar Commonwealth. I keep calling them the Hussar Pact. No, they'll still vote no. Looks like the only person they really want to add is the Tezekian Hive, which is disappointing. I might just have to wait until I can get it to where the president decides or majority vote. That's low centralization. I'd need high centralization to have the president decide who gets in. Our cohesion dropped a bit because I declined a go to war. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is change what I'm researching. That would take 7 months. That may be the final torpedo upgrade. Let's go ahead and start researching it.
Research concluded.
Refit standards. Standardizing workflows for upgrading and retrofitting ship components can lead to massive efficiency gains. Oh, there's starbase capacity. Industrial and forge subsidies and the Ministry of Production. Boost to ship fire rate. The auto-curating vault. Okay, this provides no jobs. It produces unity and boosts bureaucratic output. But what I really want is not on here. I mean, all of these are nice, but they take a while. We could knock out Energy Siphon for a reroll. 4 months for a reroll. Or we could get rid of this and just get an amenities boost. That would only take 7 months. Now that does provide a job, and it boosts metallurgist and artisan output by 15%. This is really good on heavily industrialized worlds. So yeah, let's go ahead and knock out and get the Ministry of Production. I don't believe I have a statecraft anymore. I believe he passed away. He did.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Quasi-dimensional reflection. Our operatives can access data from adjacent realities without risking setting off alarms in this reality. Gateway travel allows us to activate gateways and allows our ship to travel through them. Nobody else has that. And that is a precursor. That and 0-point reactor is a precursor to being able to build your own gateways. Yeah, let's go ahead and get gateway travel. It'll take a little over 2 years. These others, I'm not sure all of my ships will be... Well, I've only got 1 ship left to send out. Yeah, let's get the tachyon sensors. Or no, let's get the 0-point reactor. Any ships in transit should be done by them. That's the final power upload for for my ships. All right, it's now routine. I will be getting more infiltration level. Let's go ahead and try and acquire an asset. Nope, I don't have the influence to start it. I'm going to have to wait a little longer. Alright, so there's an Ether Drake here in the Barcalo system.
A new world has been colonized.
Well, the first thing we're going to need is a leisure district up and running. This is going to be... Well, we can set it as a leisure station, get this built quicker, and then switch it over to the refinery. I currently have a surplus of exotic gases. I can go ahead and run terraforming gases right now, just to speed up these two be getting terraformed. The final ship is actually en route. Looks like April of next year, no, May of next year is the latest date that one will be in transit. Ubarak is declared Commonwealth of Man the rival. Citizen State of Hasuk has declared Yevzorak. Or Yevzorak. Oh! I've got an idle science ship. I am surveying this one, and he is building. Well, my survey is going to be abandoned when he completes construction, so we need to queue up another order. We will head up. There, I guess. I'm not getting a notification when I complete construction of a hyper relay. If I complete construction of a mining station, it lets me know, hey, you're done constructing. But it doesn't do that with the hyper relay, which is a bit annoying. And also, this one is showing up on the map. And the only reason I can think of is because it is not connected to the network. Because I haven't finished the construction of this one here. But I've actually decided to send this guy the other way to go ahead and start getting connected all the way to like Kazoo. Or at least Sugalia. And this guy is going to proceed on this way to get to Gorham. And then after he finishes Gorham, he'll probably proceed down this way to get to Almac. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other guy after I get to Sugalia. I might go all the way to Kazoo. I think I might come up here and connect this way so that I would be connected with the Hazar Pact. The alien civilization on Mincalan 4 has entered a new era of history, having developed into a fully industrialized society. The dramatic effects of this revolution are felt across the planet. Factories have sprung up everywhere, improved medicines have resulted in increased population growth, and new scientific innovations are appearing at an alarming regularity. So that's the Helvins. They're egalitarians. At least that ruler was. I'm curious with the curators. That's a conglomerated scrappers. I'm curious with the curators, if I can remember where the hell they are. There they are. Have to say about my ability to fight, say, the Ether Drake. Yours is a mighty fleet comparable to some of the greatest armadas recorded in the annals of the Curator Order. Victory is certainly within your reach. What about against the Tiyanki Matriarch? Yeah, it says yours is a mighty fleet. Now 4 of my fleets would total 35. Now if I got all of my piracy patrols, yeah, I'd have even more. So I think after I get these next upgrades, I'm probably going to see about clearing out the Tiyanki Matriarch from here. That is the only nearby Leviathan. I have quite a few migration packs. I think that's 8 because they're 0.12 each. So I am going to enable the edict, Land of Opportunity, that boosts immigration pull and pop growth from immigration. Now I can handle that loss of 200 more monthly gain. That'll add 1 day for every 6. I mean 1 month for every 6 on to my society managed. So it'll add 5 months. That's fine. Now because of that and all of these free clerk jobs, I will have a fairly decent immigration pull and a fairly decent boost to my growth from immigration. And I don't have to wait till it drops down to like 5 jobs to build more if I can on a planet. Because if I have 2 people working clerk jobs, I can pull them up for a specialist job or pull them out for another job if I wanted to. I don't need people working clerk jobs as much as I need them working other jobs. Well, except technician. I've got plenty of energy credits right now. So I can continue to expand a little bit more with my specialist and stuff and get my research cranked even higher, though it is now getting to a reasonable level. I'd like it to be 3K, honestly. I would like a K of each. It's fairly close. I currently have 2.5K. So, yeah, I'm going to continue building on the planets that have available building slots, like this one. Well, I only have 1 clerk to pull up right now, so this one I will wait on, because I don't want to pull up a soldier, and it won't fill the slot. Actually, they won't leave the soldier slot, so it will only pull up this lone clerk. I can just wait till another guy comes here for storm. I could upgrade that, but I don't have the spare volatile motes right now. Oh, another thing I need to do, because it takes 100 crystals to build a hyper relay. So I'm going to go ahead and renew my trade for rare crystals. That way I am getting more rare crystals per month. 12 rare crystals per month will mean I'll have 100 every 9 months. So that will help me in churning out the hyper relay network that I'm trying to build. Yeah, like here, I have 6 clerks that could be pulled up to other things. I can't really build more here, but I could expand more of my facilities. I have a fairly decent stability on most of my planets now, thankfully. So I need to switch off of armored torpedoes again. What do we want to work on? I guess defense platform hulls. 6 months would definitely be enough time to have all of this. Yeah, that'll work.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Global production strategy. Planets are big and production sites are often separated by vast distances. A coherent strategy for making certain that everyone is pulling in the same direction is often needed. Fleet command limit. That'll get me set up for battleships. Or commerce megaplexes would get me that. Let's see. Pop growth speed. Yeah, I think it's time we did pop growth speed. 6 months. Governor Wadogs has gained intellectual. You're over the Elon sector. That's not really useful in the Elon sector. There's no research there. Let's see. Blizzard has research. There's a shipyard in this sector. So we will swap you out. We've just got 2 ships still in transit.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Improve structural integrity. A reinforced framework with blast shields with enhanced impact absorption will ensure the structural integrity of the platform even under immense pressure. Now it appears all of my fleets have successfully merged. Now let's see if the ones that only have a day left, nope, they didn't end up popped down there. So it's going to take me a while to get back to them. Standardized cruiser patterns is another progress toward unlocking battleships. Let's get started on advanced railguns. We'll have 0-point reactors and advanced railguns at about fairly close to the same time. That's a pretty good time to start upgrading ships, depending on what shows up next. If I can get those two technologies that have 1 month left knocked out as well, that'd be great.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Following our recent breakthrough within the field of cloning, our scientists have brought the alien DNA extracted from a presumably extinct alien, found within an ice slab, out from storage. Restoring the mysterious organism to life has been a long-lasting dream for the department, now made possible through the miracle of science. Yeah, go ahead.
Situation log has been updated.
It will be finished in 1 month? Sure, let's knock that out. Actually, cancel that. First, I need to see what's available and how long it takes. Cloning. Breakthroughs in enucleation and artificial womb technology allows for the mass production of individuals based on a common genetic template. Guess we can get started on the auto-curating vault. But first we'll knock out this ice alien research. There's a cluster of ancient mining drones up here.
The special project has concluded.
We have successfully cloned a healthy population of gargantuan slugs from the fossilized DNA. They reach maturity within weeks, weighing up to 20 tons, and have developed a primitive level of sapience, responding to simple one-syllable commands. Though they have yet to show any violent tendencies, they produced a thick toxic mucus when vexed, and their hue seems to shift with their mood. The research team has named them Azizians, for the hissing sounds with which they communicate amongst themselves. See, they would make excellent laborers. They belong in a zoo. We could use them in the army. Or they're horrendous, dispose of them now. More pops. Sure. They added it to Al Madain, right? No. Which planet has my Azizians? I really wish this was in alphabetical order. Maybe I need to advance a day. Species. Azizians. 4 plops living on 1 planet. Which planet? Earth. Oh, there they are. They are proles. They can work higher jobs. These guys have Arctic preference. What the hell are they doing on Earth? Minerals and food is what they're better at. But they're bad at research. But they're not restricted to just being workers. So yeah, they need to move off of Earth. Flotilla of civilian transports carrying 3 refugees from the Urzo organism have arrived in our space. They settle on Avalon. They're welcome here. Avalon, huh? Lithoids, continental preference, good at being technicians. They produce volatile motes, and they're conservationists. They don't want to be clerks because they're bad at amenities. They're also bad at unity, so they don't want to be entertainers either. I have technician slots here, people. Let's do this. There we go. We got one of them. They're close, but not as good as my robotic workers. Now that's mainly because of the habitability. If they were on a planet they had 100% habitability on. So the Arctic preference went to Earth, which was temperate. The continental preference went to Alpine world, which is Arctic or frozen. Oh my lord. The logic behind these, this is where having the ability to shift your populations around is pretty good. Alright, we need to renew our support of the artisan troop. And let's organize a festival at the same time. And it has been another 5 years. So we shall call this an episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.